Hey there, guys. The Gathering, the final chapter, is coming very soon. I'm very excited. They've announced the Rumble at the Hilton matches, so I think it's going to be a very fun weekend. A lot of guys I'm very, very excited to meet, so let's get into these Rumble at the Hilton predictions. Starting off, we got the Hex, Allison Kay, and Marty Bell taking on Ella Envy and Emily J. I think this could be a pretty decent match. We already know the Hex is very, very talented. Ella Envy's a very entertaining heel, and I've seen Emily J wrestle many times, but I don't know her quite as well as I know the rest. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this match. I'm going to have the Hex winning this match. That's my final prediction. You move on. This is going to be a fun one. You got Ricky Morton taking on George South. Two absolute legends of the business. Two guys that can still go in the ring, yet they are way past their prime. Of course, going into this match, George South is probably going to end up being the heel. He's very entertaining at different shows when he's the heel, calling out different fans, calling them fat pigs, and just, yeah, he does some crazy stuff on the mic whenever he's the heel. And I've met Ricky Morton many times, watched many of his matches live, and it's just so electric, the rock and roll chants. So this one I'm very excited for. My final prediction for this, I'm going to go with Ricky Morton. Next up, we got Andrew Anderson taking on Pitbull Gary Wolf. I do think this should be a pretty good match. I'm going to go with Andrew Anderson as my final prediction. Next up, this is my prediction for match of the night. I think it'll probably be the best in-ring match overall. You've got Colby Corino taking on Caleb Conley, and both are just so good. I'm a huge fan of Colby Corino. He was actually supposed to sign with WWE there for a little bit, but then whenever they switched over to Endeavor, it kind of messed all that up, and so he's had to just stick with NWA. But Colby is very, very good. And then, of course, you got Caleb Conley. Caleb is very good. He's spent time in TNA. I mean, I've been watching him wrestle forever now. I've seen a lot of his matches throughout the years. And so, yeah, this should just be very good. I can personally envision them having great chemistry together. I just feel like they would work really well together. But for my prediction, I feel like it could go either way, but I'm personally going to go with Colby Corino taking the win. Next up, it looks like we're getting a mixed gender tag match. You get Samantha Starr and Bosworth taking on Angelina Love and Psycho Fodder. Samantha Starr is just always a very, very entertaining heel. She's always got crazy stuff to say to the fans, including me, because usually I'm yelling against the heels, and she's told me that my mom should have swallowed me at the Gathering last year. So yeah, this could get very interesting, and then you get Baby Doll might end up being the manager for them. I'm not really sure. But Angelina Love and Psycho Fodder, they're both very good. Of course, Angelina Love is getting some age on her now. I believe she's past her prime now, but she's still good. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this match. I do think it'll be very entertaining. For my prediction, I'm going to go with Angelina Love and Psycho Fodder. And then you got what's most likely going to be the main event, the Steel Cage Fatal 4-Way for the T-Mart Championship. Of course, this being with the current champion, Kerry Morton, taking on the used-to-be T-Mart champion, Nate the Great, Court Montgomery, and Bam Bam Bundy. This should be very entertaining. T-Mart got involved with the match last year. The manager for Bam Bam Bundy might get involved. So yeah, it's just always very fun, the main event of the Gathering. Sometimes they'll get some legends involved, and you just really never know what's going to happen. Kerry Morton usually plays a face at Rumble at the Hilton, but now he's like this huge heel in NWA, and he's actually very popular as a heel in NWA. So will he turn to a heel? I don't really know. But for my prediction, I feel like you can kind of argue for all, but I am going to go with Kerry Morton, most likely retaining. But I'm very excited to see how this goes down. Who's going to get involved? Will there be any legends? Will Marty get involved? It should be very fun. But there we are. It's the Gathering week. This weekend will be so fun. I'm very excited. I'm going to be heading out this Thursday. So if you're going to be there, say hey. Be nice to see some of you guys there. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting weekend.